Able to see the screen? Yesterday I had done one mistake while teaching. I'll just correct it. Wait. Yeah. So I was explaining how the laser system works in determining the shape. Before in that particular thing, like autonomous car, Google car that I had shown, in that I did a mistake. I'll just correct it. Suppose this is a sensor. It has, okay, yeah, this is a sensor and it sends out signals, light signals. I don't know if you remember, but in high school, probably 8th, 9th or 10th, you had a formula to calculate actual distance, capital D equals small d by 2 in radar. So how it works is, suppose there is a suppose there is an object here and there is an object here, two objects, then the light beam goes here and comes back, say in 2 seconds. It takes 1 second to go and 1 second to come back. However, here it will take 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds and 4 seconds. It takes 4 seconds here. It takes 4 seconds to travel this distance and 2 seconds to travel this distance. Okay. So the computer will be able to understand that this particular part of this vehicle or this object is closer as compared to the second object. That is how it will be able to make out whether it will be able to make out a point, make out image in its head that this thing is here and the other thing, it will be able to make a map, make an image in its head that one thing is here, then the other thing is here. Understood? From here one and from here long. So if it was to form an image in its head, it would look something like this. And because this has come very fast, we'll draw it here, or in a mirror, if I say, it would be here and this picture would be here somewhere if you extended it. Did you understand what I said? If not, I'll explain again. Did you understand what I said? Or was I very confusing? Tell me, please. Were you able to understand what I said? Anybody? Samreen, Yuvraj, Komala, Maulya, Mulya, whoever it is. Were you able to understand? Please tell me. Were you able to understand? Anybody?
Teach once again, Itasham.
I thought you will get confused. See, what happens is, suppose you are standing here, okay? You are standing here and suppose you are standing here and there is a friend here and there is another friend. Forgive my drawing, I'm using mouse to draw, that is why it's coming very bad. You are here. You will take less time to travel this distance, but you will take more time to travel this distance. Clear? This part is clear?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Because you will take less time to travel here, even if you close your eye, go straight and come back, you will be able to understand that this person is closer. And if you close your eyes, walk again and come back, you will be able to understand that this person is far. Understood?
Yes.
Okay. Similarly, what happens in a car is that they have got a laser beam which is constantly sending out light waves in all directions. Now, what happens is, if the light beam hits an object here, then it will come back to the sensor very fast. Here is a sensor which is sending light and also receiving light. It will come back very fast and if the object is very far, it will take longer time. Understood?
Yeah.
Understood? Okay, it will take longer time. As a result, it will be able to understand that this object is close and this object is far. Understood this much? Which is far, which is near. Understood?
Yes.
It will use that data, and suppose you have got another car moving in front of it, something like this. Say here are the wheels. This is just the back portion of the car, and here is a laser. So it will send out a light beam here, here, here. So this is this is front compared to this. This is back. This is far. So it will be able to understand that this part is near and this part is far. Similarly, it will be able to say this part is near and this part is far, which means there is a turning here. Understood this much?
Yeah.
Okay. It will not send out just 3 beams. It will keep sending out continuously many beams. As a result, each ray of light, it will come back and it will form an image on its head. It will form an image in its processor or in its computer or in brain, that one object is here, another object is here, another object is here, then one more is here, one more is here, one more is here. You're getting my point, right? Understood? And it will be able to form a shape. Understood? Clear? Am I clear, everybody?
Yes.
Okay. So it will be able to form a shape. Similarly, say there is a turning here. What it does is it will send out light rays and it will be able to make out that this thing is constantly coming back. When it was here, this light came back. Again, I'll keep it simpler. Wait. It will be able to understand that this light beam say took 2 seconds to come back. This light beam took 5 seconds to come back. After sometimes what happens, this light beam, the car moves forward and this light beam will take more time and this light beam will take less time. As it comes even closer, say it comes here, then it will be able to understand, okay, this is like in 1 second only it is coming back, whereas this is taking say 10 seconds. Understood? So it will be able to understand, okay, I am not supposed to go straight. If I go straight, there is a house or there is a car, I am supposed to take a turn. Understood? Understood?
Yes.
Okay. So this is use of laser. There is also going to be cameras in the car, which will be able to tell it about the different things happening around it. Now, how will that camera work? I don't know if you remember, but in 11th or 12th standard, we had parallax, an experiment, parallax. I'll demonstrate what it is. So these are your eyes. Suppose these are your eyes. Now, if you can conduct this experiment at your home itself, and you keep a finger, okay, and say there are few objects. There is some object in front of you. If you close one eye, say you close this eye, it will look as if the object is here. Okay, it look as if the object is on. Just a minute. Yeah, it will look as if the object is in front of this eye. Okay, see carefully here. Object will look like this. Okay, if you keep a finger and close your one eye, the object will look there. But if you close the other eye, if you just interchange the position of the eyes, you can try this at your home itself. If you interchange the position of your eye from the same and observe from the same finger, it will look as if the object has moved. I'm closing this eye. Right? Am I right? Does it happen? ಒಂದ್ ಕಣ್ ಮುಚ್ಚಿದ್ರೆ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಒಂದ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಮೂವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ತರ ಆಗತ್ತಾ? You can try, put your finger in front of you and try to observe some object closing one eye, then change your eye. If you are looking from left, try to see from right. If you are seeing from right, then try to see from left, and you will see that the object is moving. Your finger is there only, but the object behind your finger is moving, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it uses a similar method. What happens here is, so there will be two cameras, not just one camera, two cameras. Many of the phones have this feature now. There will be two cameras, and each camera will take separate pictures. What happens is, when first camera clicks a picture, it will be here, okay? And it will be, when first camera clicks a picture, it will be here. When second camera clicks the picture, it will be here. And there will be another image. When second camera clicks a picture, it will be here. And first let me draw. I'm getting confused. This is in a straight line, and I have not drawn so nicely, but this is in a straight line. This is the same object, this is also the same object. Okay, so what happens here is, if an object is close, okay, if an object is nearby, the parallax will be very less. If you see from this side, look, it is straight to this side. If you look from here, it looks straight to this side. Similarly, as you keep moving forward, the difference will reduce, okay? And there will come a point when you won't be able to see any difference. Like here you won't be able to see any difference. If you did not understand this concept yet, then do one thing. After the class, just go out and try to observe the sun or the moon from one of your eye, then change your eye. The moon will always stay in its position won't change much. Understood? However, if you observe an object that is say 1 meter away from you, its position will change a lot. When you see from one eye, it looks that the object is straight to that eye. When you look from another eye, it is straight to another eye. Understood this concept? ಎಷ್ಟು ದೂರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಈಗ? Hello, did you understand? Tell me. If you didn't, I'll explain again in a better way. Renuka, Bhanupriya, Sandeep, Nandu, Rajesh, anybody?
Yeah, understand.
Means if the object is very far, in both the cameras, say the object is very far, okay? The camera has got two sensors. There are two cameras. What happens here is, if the object is very far, the print comes here and the print comes here, okay, for far objects, because it will be in nearly equal. But in the closer objects, what happens is, the print will come very different. If the object is here, I did a mistake. Wait, let me correct. This is near and this is far. So if an object is kept close, okay, if an object is kept close and you try to observe it, the pictures will be very different. And if you keep it very far, like from here to there, the pictures will come very close to each other. So it will be able to make out, okay, which object is far and which object is near. Because see, you are clicking pictures from two cameras, but in both the cameras the position is same, and here there is huge difference, here there is less difference. So it will be able to know this is very close, this is little far, and this is very far, and it will get a sense of depth, how far some object is. Understood this much? Clear? Am
Yes,
I clear?
understood.
Using cameras, it is able to tell how far it is,
Yes.
and here using laser light or laser beam, it is able to understand the difference. Okay, wait. Now in the module 1, let me just see what all I was supposed to teach. Just a minute. Okay, I have taught different types of ML yesterday. Computer games also I showed. Deep fake. This is one thing that I should show you now. I'm jumbling up and showing to keep the class interesting. Always I can't keep showing boring things. Just give me. Now again, this video also, sorry, this is not a video, I guess. Okay, even these videos, those who have watched my previous class will know. I'll just skip the video, I won't play it full. Is the audio from the video clear? You can hear it?
Like it's looking.
Okay, at least you are able to see the video, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Hi, welcome to another Cold Fusion video. Deep learning, a subset of AI, has been making a lot of lately with C.
That's what human
Verbs.
and AI is able to learn from numerous amounts of data.
So this is about unsupervised learning. I have already explained it. Now just I'll show here.
Decided. Tell.
Percent. Learn how to produce sound from scratch.
Chosen. Tell. Sorry, decided.
Recreate the visual aspects of speech.
We apply the same input speech mapped to 4 different target videos. Note that all 4 are synthetic and have different lighting conditions.
To help families refinance their homes, to invest in things like high-tech manufacturing.
But what is the...
So you see this video, there are 4 different videos with 4 different backgrounds, but if you watch it carefully, it looks as if Obama himself is giving the speech. However, it is not true. This is a computer generated video. What happens here is you create a software and it watches your facial expressions. It picks up all your expressions and then it is able to mimic you very nicely. This technology can be used to create fake speeches. Although it was created for fun, now it is being used to create fake speeches. What happens here is, say, suppose you say no. That time your that time your lips will be round. You say yes, and your lips will be as if you are smiling. And you are angry, then your eyebrows will, like your forehead will be tensed. It will be seen on your forehead. So it will pick up every expression you make with every sound. Yes, no, hi, bye, how are you? All the words it will be able to see you speak, and then you can give it a sentence and it will speak and it will look as if you are speaking. It will create a video. Understood? This is called deep fake. Understood?
Yes.
Applications of 5 from our sponsor. At the moment is Super Intelligence by Nick Bostrom. The book is a good read. Number 5.
Restore colors to black and white photos and videos. What happens here is it takes black and white photos, old photos that do not have color, and try to match it with current pictures. How does it work? Let me tell you. Suppose there is a sky in black and white photo. Sky, clear sky. So which color do you think clear sky will be? Tell me. If I were to ask somebody which color is the sky when there are no clouds, what would you say? Tell me, anybody.
Blue.
Blue, of course, blue. Now, if I were to say there is milk in, there is some liquid and it is written milk on the container, what color will it be?
White.
White. And what if I told you that there is a flag that has got 3 different colors, although I don't know which color flag it is, there are 3 different colors with one chakra in between, then what colors can that flag have?
Orange, white, green, blue.
Yeah, okay, it's not orange, it's called saffron, but fine. So it'll read the old things, like it'll read all your data. You give it a data, you tell it, see or watch all these pictures and try to find out what could be possibly the color of this thing. Suppose if somebody gave a picture of a man with a feather on his head and playing a flute, which color would the man be? Sorry? Which color would a man be who is playing a flute with a forehead on his head? Hello? Hello? Anybody? Answer. Which color should the man be if he has a peacock's feather on his forehead and he is playing a flute? Which color would his body be? Tell me.
Blue.
Blue, of course. So you know it because you have seen similar pictures everywhere around you. Similarly, the computer will observe things around it and it will be able to learn and make out, okay, yeah, if there is a necklace, it is supposed to be transparent or white. If there is sky, it is supposed to be blue. If there are clouds and people are holding umbrella, then that sky should be gray in color. If there is something white and people are roaming around it, then it should be a fire. Like it will be able to use its current knowledge and apply it in past. It is not like completely correct, but it is somewhat correct for now.
Color to black and white photos and videos. Normally, when you see a black and white image of a time long past, it looks dull, distant, and unrelatable. If you wanted to colorize that image and make it dull.
So like you can see in this picture, they are sitting somewhere with plants all around it. Now plants can have mainly 2 colors, either green or they can be brown. Green if they are fresh, brown if they are dried out. So what you can say is they are harvesting something. Using machine learning, or if you observe carefully, you can tell what they are harvesting. If they are harvesting tea, then it will be green in color. If they are harvesting, say, rice or something else, it will be brown in color. You have to know that. Similarly, machine will learn it and give it a color. Then the hats they are wearing, the clothes they are wearing, it's culture to culture. Even if one picture, like right now, if you observe, there was a fashion to wear long pants which go beyond your ankle. Then there came fashion which is above your ankle. Then there is this low cut jeans or something like that. I am very bad at fashion, so I don't know. So there were different clothes. Similarly, in that era, if you just tell it, okay, this picture is from this era, and then tell it that during that time people used to wear so and so colors, it will be able to make out, okay, this is this color, that is that color.
Distant and unrelatable. If you wanted to colorize that image and make it come to life, it usually requires the effort of a keen artist who has a knowledgeable understanding of the cultural setting in order to choose the right colors. Here's an excerpt from Vox Media on how a colorization artist goes about their craft.
And styles of the time are faithfully represented.
A good colorizer has a good network of people to call on. We had one guy, he's like it.
See, like to convert this black and white or brown image into a colorful image, you will need to know what would be the color of this person. Probably white because the photo he doesn't look black. Then you will have to know each and every detail. What types of clothes would they wear? Like here it is white because probably this person is probably from some cold region where the fur used to be white, like polar bear or something like that. I don't know exactly, but you need to have the knowledge. You give the knowledge to the computer and computer will be able to do the work.
Yeah, specialism beads or like a Laplander necklace or something, it's really...
See, like here, pearls, she is wearing pearls necklace.
The color of beads or like a...
The necklace is made up of pearls. It could be that she is wearing red or some other color, but if you contrast it, if you check red color on a black and white image, you will be able to find out that red does not look like this. Only transparent things look like this. So the computer is able to make out that she was probably wearing white or transparent material.
Laplander necklace or something, it's really, this has got to be the exact thing. I think the longest
neural net system that neural networks.
So these are some pictures that were black and white.
This is now possible.
It got converted into color pictures.
Let There Be Color is a neural net system that automatically restores color to black and white photos. It can also do the same with video. It uses a convolutional neural network and can process images of any resolution, unlike previous approaches. The deep learning network actually learns patterns that occur naturally in photos. Things like the deep learning.
So these are how they are able to create. I cannot explain this. This is very confusing even for me. I don't know whether you are supposed to remember it or not, but I do not know what is happening here. Probably they are sending out two samples, one to check and one to apply the one is to apply and another is to check. Yeah, here this thing, if you see classification network, it is able to say that 20% should be garden, 16% should be the Arc, Abbey, Botanical Garden, Golf Course. It is able to say like all these items are present in this image, in this particular image. First thing, recognize what are the objects there. Second thing, tries to create print colors over it.
Learning network actually learns patterns that occur naturally in photos. Things like the sky is usually blue and clouds are white and grey and grass.
Exactly what I said. Clouds are grey, sky is blue. They use the same technique.
Is typically green, etc. But it did this itself from past experience without human intervention.
So he says that humans did not have to teach it anything. They just kept on giving few pictures to it. The AI, they told like, see, observe all these pictures and apply the same theory or apply the same data on next pictures, and it was able to do that.
Let There Be Color colorizes photos much thing that they do in movies and TV crime shows such as CSI. But now, brain researchers have trained a deep learning neural network to take very low resolution images of.
Can you enhance it? This is to improve the image quality. Before that, you need to know how image works. First of all, image works, the pictures that you click works based on pixels. What are pixels? You must have heard megapixels, gigapixels, this pixel and that pixel. You might not know what pixels are. So I'll give you a short example. Like if I open this picture, okay. If I am to open this picture and if I shorten it, you should be able to see clearly that it is P8. It must be nearly clear, but if the same picture, I increase its size, it is very blur. Right?
Yes.
You get to see small dots. Those dots are called pixels. How many pixels are there? That is what megapixel means. 10 megapixel, 12 megapixel. Right now we have mobile phone as much as 100 megapixels. Mega means 1000 into 1000. Okay, so these are pixels. Normally what happens is, suppose now this is a drawing, and if I were to zoom in here, there are 1, 2, just okay, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. In this line there are 9 pixels, correct? There are 9 pixels, am I right?
Yes.
Okay, there are 9 pixels in this line. That is why it looks very broken image. The quality is not good. But if I increase the pixel, if I fill, as you can see here, there are some black gaps like here. If I place one more pixel here, like extra pixels, then this will form a straight line. Let me give you another example which should make it understand better. Suppose I am drawing an image, so I would keep it something like this. Say I am drawing a straight line. So this line is not so clear to you because there are just 4 pixels. If at the same, you see that the picture is broken in parts, but if I were to add one more pixel after each, within each pixel, next to each pixel, the image quality suddenly increases. There is no gap and the image is sharp, it is clear, and it is a straight line, right? These are 1 pixel. Because I doubled the number of pixels, the picture is more clear, right? Understood this much? What pixels are and how they form image?
Yes.
Okay, so this is how images are formed. What happened was, before there used to be very few pixels. There were 2 megapixel, 3 megapixel or 5 megapixel cameras. So the image used to be something like this. Okay, if you take your 5-year-old phone's pictures or 10-year-old phone's pictures, observe it on your current mobile phone, it will seem very blur. Although 5 years back they used to look super, right now they look very bad on your phone. Why? Because the pixels were less that time. Now, to enhance the picture, what you do is you would add over more pixels on it. If this was, suppose, if this was, I'll just change a bit, wait. Suppose this is green in color. Suppose this was green in color and this was red in color and this was yellow in color. So this is your old phone's picture. To enhance this, to improve this picture, what you do is you will take few more pixels, place them next to each other, and you will use the same color scheme there. Okay, what you do is you would pick the same color. If there is a yellow here, you would keep yellow pixel next to it. If there is a green color, you would keep green color next to it, and if there was red, you would keep red color next to it, and hence your image, overall image quality would improve. Understood? Understood how image quality improves? Or should I explain again? Everybody, Sandeep, Nivedita, Nandu, Irene, Ziona. Understood?
Yes.
Okay. I'll go for the next one. Image enhancement, I already told you. Next is creating new images. Okay, there is a website, Create AI Face. So you see how what happens here is you just click on create a face and it will be able to create a face. This person, this human does not exist in reality. Okay, this is just a computer generated face, and you can even shift its position. You can make it look up and look down. This is all happening inside the computer, nothing as such. You can make it happy, or you can make it angry. It's your choice. You can make it however you like. Okay, computer is able to learn that an angry face would look like this, and it is able to recreate it. Computer is able to learn that a scared face, a frightened face would look something like, we will show you now, like this. So it is frightened, disgusted, it would look like this. All this is happening in computer. This person does not exist. This is just a random image made by the computer. Understood?
Yes.
No.
Noah. See, what the computer did was, it looked for many eyes, like millions, billions of eyes, many pictures, and it picked out a random eye, placed it here. It picked out random person's hair, placed it here. Random person's lips, random person's nose. This, all the features, all these features are from different people. It is not of one person. ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಜನ ಅವರದ್ದು ಫೀಚರ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಒಂದು ಹೊಸ ಜನ ಮಾಡಿದಾನೆ. ಹೇಗಂದ್ರೆ ಹೇರ್ ಬೇರೆ ಒಂದು, ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಸ್ ಬೇರೆ ಒಂದು, ನೋಸ್ ಬೇರೆ ಒಂದು. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಈಗ?
Yes.
How the face is created, understood, right? Now how the expression changes, it will observe, okay, when the we enter it, we have to teach the computer, if somebody is smiling, it means they are happy. If the lips were like this, they were probably surprised. If the lips were like this, the person was probably sad. So this all we have to teach the computer. Only then, if the person is looking sideways, it would turn that side. Okay, we have to teach the computer all this by creating one simple code that observe people, and then it will be able to create by itself. Understood? Similarly, there is one more thing. You can tell it that if I give, please mute yourself. Okay, you can tell it that if I give you a shoe like this, you are supposed to show me this shoe. You could also tell it, if I draw a shoe, you show me picture of socks. It's not necessary that it has to show you the same thing. Okay. So what happens here is you just give it an outline and it will be able to draw the complete image using softwares.
Try out some of this stuff. There's a simple web app created for you to have a play with the edge outline part of this neural network. Links will be below. Number 2. Lip reading. LipNet is a neural network developed.
Okay, lip reading I already explained in the beginning. It will observe everybody's lip movement. When you say no, everybody's lips will be round. It is not possible to say no by opening your mouth big. You cannot say no by opening your mouth wide open. When you say no, your lips are supposed to be round. Similarly, for every word, there is a signature, or like there is a unique movement in your lips. So the computer software will be able to just see your lips move and make out what you are trying to say. It is a boon. It is very helpful to the people who cannot speak, for they can just move their lips and a speaker. You can place a computer software and a speaker next to it, and that computer software will be able to speak in place of that person.
By Oxford University and Google DeepMind scientists. This network can watch a silent video of a person talking and convert the mouth movements directly to text. LipNet has reached 95% accuracy in reading people's lips.
Okay, it says it has reached 95% accuracy, which means if you speak 100 words, it will be able to say 95 words correctly.
An average lip reader has an accuracy of about 50 or 60%.
Okay, experienced human lip readers. There are also human lip readers who can see your lips move and tell what you are trying to say. Expert human lip readers are able to say only 86%. But the computer software is able to say 95%, 95.2%. It is better than humans. It's working better than humans. Why, you might ask, it's working better than humans? Well, human brain has got limitation. There is only so much you can learn at a particular time. You can be a very fast reader, but you might not remember things very easily. Or you could be a slow reader, but once you read it, you'll be able to remember it very clearly. It's from brain to brain. However, in computer, they can learn also very fast and they can store huge amounts of data. You can keep on adding as many hard disks as you like. However, with our brain, it is not possible. You will have to keep practicing again and again. It will take more time.
So that's not a team of computer science created what?
Okay, creating a scene from
Number 1.
Creating a scene from scratch. How does this happen? Now, if I were to describe, say, this bird, I would say a beak that is sharp, legs that are red, feathers brown, down it is white. Like, I will make a sentence and the computer will read it and it will be able to make that image.
Images from a selection of 1,000 categories. I guess it's early days for this stuff and some of them do look a little weird, but it's still cool to see the network try and figure out how to create a scene from scratch. Here's a video of the neural network running. The goal is to generate the image.
Okay, it is running, which means it is trying to learn. It is trying to learn different things. It is trying to make all those things. Like you say, it is on the right side, it is on the left side, and then it will do as you have mentioned. If you say, suppose somebody, if anybody has watched CID, they would know. in CID they say, right, this person's lips were big, this person's eyes were big, he was probably this tall, this short. Similarly, the computer software learns. You tell it, suppose I draw a y line, x line, and I tell it that draw a line, slanting line on the upper right, upper left side. How would a volcano look? First of all, I would say in the right, in the left, I'm left-handed person, so I get confused between left and right because I use more left. Sometimes I call it right because for me left is right. Now see here, what happens is if you are describing a volcano, you would say in the right, sorry, I'm really sorry. You would say in the left quadrant, top left side, draw a slanting line, and on the right top side, draw a slanting line, and then the upper part should be open, and there on the right side there should be little lava, and on the left side there should be more lava, and then there should be some smoke going over it. So this is roughly the diagram of this is roughly a drawing of a volcano. Now you just, what I will have to do is I will have to remove the center line. Now this is somewhat a volcano. Similarly, you give the instructions to the system and it will be able to generate the image from that.
Best. Anyway, thanks for watching. This has been Ronel. Out the video. What application did you like best?
However, what happens here is you don't have to go and tell each and everything. Like I told, you will have to create a code, the whole code that which side is where. Here is one line, here is one line, there is smoke, shape is like this, shape is like that. You will have to code. That is very much tough task. So instead of what you will do, you will create a list of images. You will say, computer, go and observe all these pictures. All these are pictures of volcano. So it will be able to make out, okay, volcano means there has to be red fire in all pictures. Volcano means there is supposed to be smoke. It should look like a mountain. There should be lava coming out of it. It will be able to learn on its own, and next time you tell it, draw a picture of volcano, it will draw a picture of volcano. Am I clear? Am I clear?
Yes.
Please.
Yes.
Okay. Now this was one thing. Next, what am I supposed to explain? Shall I continue or should I end the class? Tell me. I can continue till another 10-15 minutes. Again, 9 o'clock I'll teach. Because the syllabus is huge, I think I should continue. Is it fine if I continue?
Yeah.
Okay. Just a minute, I'm seeing what all I'm supposed to explain. See, if you just watch the images, you will be, videos or read articles, you will go very fast. You can complete the syllabus in like 1 week. But if I'm explaining, it's going to take time. That is why I'm saying you should also read. Okay, making weakness into strength in Google Pixel phones. I already explained stock market in yesterday's class. Black and white just now, bad quality to HD. Okay, there is one more thing. Sholay was, I hope you all know the movie Sholay. Do you all know the movie Sholay? How many of you know the movie Sholay? Amitabh Bachchan and someone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you know. So what happened? Sholay was released in the year 1975. That time, normal camera quality itself was very bad. If you compare it to today's, nowadays in mobile phones, we have 104 megapixel. But that time, it was very tough to have even professional cameras as much as 104, above 100 megapixel. It was very rare. I don't think so it ever came. Let me just quickly check it. Okay, so the 100 megapixel camera came in 1991. Sholay was released in 1975, which means it was like 20 years before 100 megapixel camera came. However, when you shoot in 3D, it is not 100 megapixel, 235, anything is fine. Even small megapixels are fine. However, if you compare it, like the Sholay image quality was very less if you compare it to today. But now it has been released in 3D. How is it possible? So we'll go back to my previous images that I have shown. Just give me a minute. The parallax that I had explained you. Yeah, exactly this thing. That the image keeps moving when you take. What happens in a 3D image is we observe the world in 3D because we have got two eyes, but the camera has got only one lens. Okay, the camera has got only one lens. It can take out, okay, one object is here and another object is here. It cannot say the difference. We have got two eyes, due to which we can use the difference in image. If the images are very close to each other, then it means it is very far, and if the images are very far from each other, then it means that object is close. Okay, we can use two eyes, but camera has got one eye. As a result, it is not able to tell which is far or which is near. In the car it is able to tell because car has got laser light, but in the camera it is not able to tell. Understood? In the camera it cannot tell which is far, which is near. Am I clear about it? The camera cannot tell you which is far and which is near. It sees everything as it is. Whatever is according to the camera. If I were to draw a picture, okay, if I were to draw a picture and say this is my canvas, so I would start, and this thing would probably be here, and this thing would also be here, and this thing would be here, and this thing would be here. Everything would be on a straight line. Understood? Everything would be on a straight line with no difference. However, using AI, what we did is we told it, suppose there is a car and its wheels are rotating, then you observe whether they are rotating like this, or they are rotating like this. Suppose there is a road here, then if the car's wheels are rotating like this, and after some time the car is here, then you need to understand that this place is far and this place is near. Understood? And if the wheel was rotating like this in the opposite direction, the car would be somewhere here, which means this is even further place. Understood? This is clear?
Yes.
Is this clear? So it will be, you can create a code that use this rule, or you can just tell it, show it a 3D movie, and it will observe, okay, the wheels were moving this side, so this is near and this is far. Wheels were moving like that, means that thing got blur and this thing got clear. So this is near and that is far. It will learn on its own, and then it can create a 3D image, just as it created humans pictures. Understood? It can create 3D image. Now what happens in Sholay movie, I'll show you one scene. Like here, what it will be able to determine is these people are front and the behind or that tree is far. So what the computer system will do is it will blur the background and make these people stand out from the image. I can use this thing to remove the background. I'll show you a live this thing example of it, how the system is able to understand what is in front and what is in back. See, it was able to determine that was the background and these people were in the front. Understood? Understood?
Yes.
How did it happen? Well, we have given this company enough data that it is able to train its software that if there are people and they are looking front and say there is a green color, wait, I'll just zoom in. What we have done is we have trained the data, trained the computer that if you see that there is some green color, you can see my mouse clearly, right?
Yes.
So what we have done is we have told it, see, if you see a green color and a face and another green color, then you should understand that this face is in front of this green color, because otherwise this green color would be whole. Nan maatu artha aita agilla heli. Artha aita? Okay. Then it will be able to determine, okay, this thing is more front, this thing is more back. Like here you can see there is this, I'll open it again. Like here you can see there is a house and parts of it has been covered by green color, parts of it, if you see clearly. parts of it has been covered by green color, then it will understand that this tree is front of it because parts have been covered. For that tree, this head is covered, head has covered that tree, so this head is front of it. Then similarly, like this rod has covered part of this house, so rod is in front. And then here, this arm has covered his white coat, so arm is in front. Understood? It will use that and create a 3D image. Top 5 uses of neural networks. Finished. This is done. 10 powerful examples of AI in future applications, whatever it is. This also I must have explained most of these. Automated customer support I already showed in LIC, or I will open some other website for something different. Wait, let me think of any other website which has got automated. No, it has not got automated support. Just okay, yeah, here it is. This is actually a bot. This is not Neha. This is just a computer software. So I will tell it I am just browsing. Okay, no, this is leave. I will leave this. I will show you LIC only. That was better. Have you all watched the LIC's video? Who all have not watched? Please tell me who has not watched. Yaar nodilla anta heli, please. ನಾನು ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಮುಂಚೆದ ಒಂದು ಲೆಕ್ಚರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಯಾರು ನೋಡಿಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿ. ಎಲ್ಲಾರು ನೋಡಿದೀರಾ?
ನೋಡಿದೀವಿ.
Okay, but I'll repeat it. Just here. If this is a bot, a robot, you can say. So I will speak to it and I will show. I will ask. I want term insurance. Observe carefully. Term insurance spelling is correct. So it is able to show me term insurance. That only if I change the spelling, term insurance. It didn't understand because it has not been trained so well. Wait, status. That's it. Status of what it is asking. Then say I want health, about health products. Then it is able. It's not able to say health insurance. See, my spelling of health insurance was incomplete, but it was able to understand what I am asking it. Now what happens here is this bot, this LIC bot is very new, so it is not able to understand some of the spelling mistakes. However, Google is very old and it has got tons of data that we have been providing it. So even if I gave a wrong spelling of term insurance, it will be able to correct it. See, it is able to tell me that it is term insurance, not insurance. Similarly, if insura also if I type, it is able to tell me. Similarly, if I say insure, then also it is able to tell me. And if I remove I, let me just remove I, then okay, no, then it won't work. Okay, see here. I hope you can see clearly. I typed wrong spelling. Term miser I typed, but it understood that I was typing very fast. So my I pressed N before I, and it understood that I was looking for term insurance, not term misur. Understood? Because Google has got so much data, it is able to understand. What would have happened is somebody, I will show you again what happened actually here. Somebody just like me typed insurance, or say somebody typed this thing, okay, and they got, somebody has typed this thing and they got some results. Leo Martin, Evening Herald, Monata Standard, all this I don't know what is it, but somebody like me typed a wrong spelling, term ni suren. Okay, afterwards, next, immediately what they did is they made the correction. Insurance, they made the correction. They made the correction, next search, and then afterwards they clicked on these results. Okay, they clicked on these results. So Google understood that that person, when he did not click the first result because first result was wrong, he made certain changes and then he searched again, and after that he is opening all these results. So that previous spelling was wrong and this spelling is correct. So next time somebody types wrong spelling, I should correct it. Artha aita?
Yes.
Okay. Automated customer support is different. Automated customer support was that LIC thing. Not only that, there are certain banks, if you call, they'll use bot instead of humans. Personalized shopping experience. Now suppose I open my, no, not Facebook. I'm not using Facebook. I will just open some random website, like ChartLink I had opened yesterday. No, I'll show you ChartLink itself. Okay, so in this website you get certain ads, like here are some ads and here are some ads. Why is it showing me all these ads? It is because I use Tata MG. All these ads are from Tata 1MG. If I click on this, I will be taken to Tata 1MG website. Similarly, if I click on this thing, okay, see, I clicked on Tata 1MG, then Tata 1MG is only showing. Now if I were to search for laptops, suppose I keep browsing for laptops for a long time, then after some time, when I open something, I will get ad of laptops. Again, if I open ChartLink, it should get reflected there. No, it did not get updated yet. But if I keep speaking about laptops or searching about laptops, then it should be able to show me the things that I like. Then there is healthcare. This also I have explained. Finance also I have explained. Smart cars and drones I already explained. Travel and navigation also I have explained. Social media. Like I explained yesterday, if you keep browsing something on YouTube repeatedly, you will see the same thing. If I am to show you my YouTube, just give it some time to load. It is showing me TVF because I watch TVF, and it is showing me why Nirma failed because I have been watching certain business videos. Then there is data science course because, well, I am teaching you data science. Then there is some song. Okay, this is from Alan Walker. I listen to Alan Walker, so it is there. Ajay Devgan, I don't know why it is showing. I watch comedy videos, stand-up comedy, so it's there. And I like Batman, so Batman's ad is here. Bruce Wayne's ad is there. And then similarly, all these are the things that interests me, like Ratan Tata and all. Stock market. Yesterday I was teaching about stock market. So here stock market is coming to me. Internet companies such as YouTube, Facebook, Google, Twitter, Instagram, all these want you to stay on their website or their web page. So they will be able to use your data and show you things that you like. Smart home devices. This is, I already informed you that if you keep entering your room at exact 7, suppose you keep entering your room daily at exact 7, then computer will understand, and the next time you are about to enter, and if the temperature, suppose, I'll start again. Smart home devices. Suppose you have kept sensors, motion sensors, and it is able to detect you are coming in every day at 7 o'clock, turning on your AC, and you are waiting for some say 30 minutes, and then you are comfortable, you are sleeping. So what next time it will do is, before you come, half an hour before only, around 6:30 only, it will turn on the AC by itself. It will learn. Okay, understood? Am I clear about smart home devices? Creative art. This is very similar to what I showed you in that human face picture. This is also very similar. It will see news. It will see the songs and it will create pictures based on the beats. Sorry, no, this is the name. Sorry. This is the name. But it can make such drawings that, okay, if the song is very fast, then the drawing has to be like that. Like drawing has to be violent or something, and if not violent exactly, the drawing has to be something that would excite people. And if the sound is slow, then the colors have to be calm, like such as green or pink, because they are calming to the brain. If it is something very fast sound, then it is supposed to be red or yellow. Security and surveillance, I already explained. It will be, maybe I don't remember, so I'll explain again. It will be able to recognize people even if you are wearing your mask and moving. It will be able to recognize from your eyes. Even if you are wearing completely covered, like you are wearing a burqa and walking, it will be able to see your steps and it will be able to determine, okay, this person is this person. this person's name is this, that person's name is that. Did you understand how it will help in security and surveillance? It is called gate. It is called gate. Gate analysis. A person's way of walking. It uses stick pattern. I'll tell you how. Gate stick. Okay, so I'm not getting here how exactly, but it uses, okay. Okay, you can just consider this drawing. You can consider this drawing. See here, what happens is, some people would not keep their their heels first. Some would keep it more down. Some would keep it completely up. Some would keep their toes first. So everybody's gait, everybody's walking style is different. Computer will observe that and it will be able to differentiate who is walking how. Understood? Am I clear?
Yes.
Okay, I'll stop now. We'll meet at 9 o'clock, everybody. Okay, is it fine? Or do you want me to continue? Because I don't want to continue right now. I should offer my namaz. Sorry? 9 o'clock, okay?
9 is okay.
Yeah, fine then. Okay then, everybody. See you all at 9. Bye-bye. How many people are there? How many people were attending? 18. Okay, bye.